So I'm just trying to check anybody's there. Let me just type in something here to say hi and welcome to my first live this year. Right, okay, let's see. Why is chat disabled? So I've said something. So what is it saying? Well, I'll see if people can actually chat on this. But if we can't, we can put things in the comments then, I think. And that will hopefully work. But yeah, so hi everybody. My name is Beatrice Ajayi and I am an artist. So welcome to my YouTube channel if you've not been here before. I thought I would try and start having sessions where I can have people with me while I'm working to see some of the processes that I do and to be able to engage and have questions and things with me while I'm doing that. I'm just looking at my screen because for some reason my chat came up saying that it's not letting people chat. So we'll see how that goes along and hopefully I'll get better at that. But if you have any questions anyway, because this will still hopefully be uploaded to my YouTube anyway later on. So for those who don't get a chance to watch me now with what I'm doing, I was thinking maybe half an hour to spend just doing what I'm doing and sharing with you and seeing how that goes, testing it out, testing out my endurance to think of things to say while I'm working as well. So, but yeah, so it's my YouTube channel and I like to paint. I like to use different mediums. I love to paint different kind of subject matter like floral stuff or animals or illustrative work. I do a lot of different things, but today we're going to be focusing on some florals. And I have this piece here that I'll show you properly in a minute, which I started some days ago, and it's had quite a few different layers. But then we got these flowers at the weekend from a friend that came for lunch, and I thought I would use this as an inspiration to kind of continue with this painting. I've been really wanting to actually start using florals that I get myself to inspire me to kind of get more inspiration for my floral work. So which direction it goes, we'll see, because I like my stuff quite abstracted. So if it gets more kind of towards the realism side, I don't know how that will be. But yeah, I just thought it would be really good to try it and see. So I'm going to just get started with painting. It's saying to me it's live, it's saying it's recording. We'll see if people comment maybe on my actual page if they can, on my channel, or just send me kind of comments if they can. And yeah, I'll see how it goes. I wasn't sure why it said that, and I don't really want to touch stuff and switch off this actual session. So the bare minimum is to just take in what I'm saying, and then next time, hopefully, I will resolve whatever that little signal was. But yeah, I had like specific colors I wanted to use because of the purples and reds in this. So I'll just pan around and show you a little bit about the space. So I have this painting that I want to work on. And like I said, the flowers. I've got my palette on the table here in front of me that I've already put some white on. And I'm going to add some other colors to that. And then round this way, I've got some more acrylics here, shapers that I use to kind of create different textures on my artwork. So these are different shapes. They kind of just used, when you get the paint, you can scrape in different designs into the actual paint. So I've got those there. I have my palette knife. I really like this size of palette knife because it's just right for what I do. I just like it. It's small enough and maneuverable enough to use for what I've been doing recently. I have other ones, but this one is my favorite one, I think. So I decided to start putting all my most used tools together so that I'll have them handy. And then these are, I really like these brushes because they are very good for like leaves. I don't know, the way they move is just very nice. And I got these from a friend. This was some years ago, Artie Shells. So she is still on Facebook actually, and she sells different brushes. I think she's based in India, so she started a business creating those, and yeah, the different shapes are just amazing. I really loved it. Let's see, I was trying to look to see if I had some other ones there, but she has a really nice collection, basically. Then I have like some other things here. So here I have my water in this old metal teapot that I put it in. So I thought I didn't want to waste this teapot, and I thought putting my water for my paints would be pretty cool. So I have that. This is a tool I use for if your paint, basically, if your paint has, what would I say? If your paint basically is almost finished and you want to get the rest of it out, you use this too. So kind of put it in, and then you would wind your little bit here to make it move through the rungs. Sometimes I have to pull it actually to get it to move through like that. And then basically it would push the paints through the top, which would make it easier to squeeze out. And these are almost finished. So that's why I've got them here, so I can finish them. I have a little spritzer that I use for keeping the canvas moist so that I can have kind of like soft movement and flow, but also my palette as well, so I can spray that. I'll bring my palette over just to show you. So I can spray that on this as well when I've got my different paints, just to keep it moist as well. So put that over there. My intention is to use this cream color of acrylic, which is a patchment one. And I'm trying to kind of like carve out the shapes of the flowers that are there. So I'm going to do that probably first before anything else. I'll mix it in with the white, I think. But I was trying to think what else I wanted to point out here. But as I'm going along, I will probably point that out. I think I'm going to go in when I start this with this flat brush I have, which, what size does it say? What size this is? 25 mil or something. I mean, my angle for this camera today is not necessarily the way I would like it to be, but it's serving the purpose. So I'll swing you back around to have a look at where I'll be for this session. So we can get started with this, I think. That should be good enough where it is. And I'll start mixing some of the paint I'm going to use. So yeah, today I'm thinking if I'll be just here like for half an hour and see how that goes. I mean, my time's almost up already. It's already almost 10 minutes. So yeah, it would be really good to do this a bit more often, share my channel with, the subscribers I have here. But I've been doing YouTube for some years and trying to figure out slowly what I think I want to share. Actually, I just remembered something else. And so slowly, I think I'm getting there, but it's been a journey. So actually, I remembered that I bought some acrylic gouache as well, and I wanted to try them. So just open up this box here. So I thought I would try them today as well. So I've never tried them really before. I mean, not a lot. I think I've had a few samples, but so let's see. So this is the one I got, and it is Japanese colors. It says, and Turner acrylic gouache. I'm gonna try them. They looked so yummy when I saw them online. And I just thought I need to try these out because the colors are gorgeous. So I will be using that, at least a little bit of them in the paintings as well today. But what I want to do first is carve out the background. So I'm going to use my spritzer and spritz over the whole painting to start off with. Then this will keep it moist for me as I start to work on it. And if you have any excess that you don't want, you can just wipe it. So as I said before, I've already painted some layers on this. So I'm just going to lower this so that this doesn't fall over. But I've already painted some layers on it, so I thought I would just keep going. So I'm going to just wet my brush as well. It's good to start off with your brush damp because it will help the flow of your actual paint on your brush. So I'm just going to start cutting some areas out, and it's going to get a lot lighter. And then you'll be able to see the actual flowers a bit better. And I can come back and fill in some other areas again. But I really wanted to cut out. And then I'm not using it too, well, it's not as dry as I'd like, but I'm trying to kind of just like scumble it on or scuff it on. Not really do it too deliberately on it. I'm kind of, it's not glazing, but I'm scumbling, or I think that's the word, over the surface. So some of the other one, the layers underneath are still peeking through is what I'm trying to say. So you can see a difference already. It's a lot lighter. The red is sticking out a bit more. So I'm just cutting in to areas to make things a bit more clearer to see. So I'm not thinking too much about when I'm doing this. I just want to kind of get the textures. It's like a feel. It's a particular feel that I'm going for, and it's a romanticized feel, I think, is what I'm going for. So I really like the green up here, so I will let some of that peek through. And I was going to cut some of the green, like I said, the leaves in these areas, but I can always come back in and fill in if I miss that opportunity. But like if I cut into this, for example, you can see a little bit of a hint of the leaf. And then I make it really a lot stronger on the edges of that leaf. So yeah, it'll make sense. So I'm trying to kind of push the background back. And this one, I was testing that leaf there, but I don't think it's gonna work. I'll have to start afresh with that whole idea. So just kind of push everything in the background back, basically. And I'm gonna come back up and focus on these flowers in a minute. So yeah, as I was saying before, it'd be great to get questions and on, you know, what you think, or if you have any questions about anything, or also I was thinking like on these sessions, what I could actually kind of cover in the time. Because I would really like to be able to share some of the reasons that I do what I do, so that I can help other people to kind of just get into their own creativity, because creating art is a lot of fun. So I'm going to try and start adding some of the purples that inspire me of these plants here. So I've got some colors here. I'm going to mix in some red with some of these purples. This is mauve pale. So I just want to use up my old paints as well. So so this is like a Bordeaux red. I think for the kind of the roses, that's quite a nice one for the rose. So I'm going to squeeze a whole bunch there. I'm going to show you my palette in a minute. I've got the red. Some orange. Some reds. So yeah. There's a red. That's a very bright red there. I'm going to put that here. And I might not use all the colors now. I'll use them for something else, but I'll just show you what this palette looks like. So that's what I've got on it. And then I'm just going to start working with that. So I'll just wet my brush again, clean it off a little bit, and start mixing, and then kind of going in with whatever concoction I mix. So you can make darker colors, and then you can basically go over it again. So there's like reds, and I'm just trying to be inspired by what I'm seeing. So I'm not really thinking too much about it. I'm just kind of taking the colors I'm seeing and adding it in. So, and playing with the shapes and things. So with some lighter areas, you just go in and mix some with white. So I haven't been doing like painting for a while like this. I've been doing, trying to organize myself and plan out things that I'm trying to do. So it's really good to just try and put paint onto paper. Very relaxing. And I'm just kind of playing with ideas. So there's other colors that can come in here, but this one is a bit inspired by these other ones here. There they go out a little bit, and we've got shapes. I've got some purple in them. I'm putting this on quite thick. Almost like a foxglove, but I don't know. I don't think it is, but it's almost that kind of look. So some other lighter colors. So because I pushed that back a little bit, you can then start seeing the other plants, the other colors coming in. It'd be quite cool to add some kind of like orange or warmer colors into that. There's an orange somewhere here. that I saw. I'm going to put that on this. And maybe mix some kind of a warm color. Just washing my brush a little bit off. And then I'm going to wipe it. And mix this orange with a bit of my cream, some of the white, and then really get a nice creamy orangey color. It's still quite dark actually, but I am going to say there's like I have some lilies here that I can put a color and then start building on top of that again. Anyway, I'm going to go in and start adding big lilies. Just random, very loose and not caring over what I'm putting it over. So I'm going to do like there's 3 of them? There's 4 of them, but should technically be different sizes, but and then yeah, it's like what would you put that? So you just put a color back there, like there's another one back there. Like what else could I put in this? Like so there's a lot of green leaves, but I can see actually there's another cream. There's these plants. So I just turn this around. And you can see these ones here. I could start maybe kind of adding something similar to that. So I could use my smaller brush and just take the parchment color straight and just start doing like some circle areas. Where is it showing up on that? Might zoom in to let you see that a bit. Let's see. I can zoom. Am I going away? Yeah, zoom a bit and up a bit. Yeah, so it's very light. Okay. So really, actually, for these, it's like this a hint of green in them. So it's not easy to see them right now, but I am going to do some more on that. So there's like a bunch here, and there's like other bunches somewhere else. I'm trying to think where to fill it in. So yeah, maybe some here. A bit of the orange in it. I'm going to add that. And I always do stuff in 3s, so I'm thinking where I want to put another one. Here. Here. In the middle bit, that's a gap. So I'm going to use some green. There's different greens I'm seeing here that I really like actually with this acrylic gouache, and there's like a sap one. Is that sap? I feel like this is sap green. I'm going to use this one. Just squeeze some of them that one out. See what that's like. So I'll wash my brush off so that I can just use it by itself. So and just add that a little bit into like there's like little green bits in the flower. So you can like add dots or so if we stand back it looks quite like you can see a little bit of what it is. But you have to build layers and layers on these. Okay. And then, I mean, the background I've pushed back and it's like that, but you can add different things to it. So I'm trying to think if, let's see, where is my, it's not green color. I'm trying to stay away from quite fluorescent colors as well. So that is like a new thing that I'm doing. I'm going to just do some leaves. Let's see, I really like this color actually. And being very loose with this, but you can build it in. You can take your time. So yeah, these sessions, I'm thinking if I should be spending like uh, half an hour, like sometimes to actually get more out of the time, it would probably be to do like an hour. But um, yeah, I've had to think about. I don't mind doing an hour actually. I think that would be fine. I'm thinking also of doing like a giveaway. So I need to think about what I want to put into that coming for coming up. So yeah, I'm thinking of a giveaway and I would post it anywhere in the world. So there'll be no limitations to that. And yeah, and I just thought it would be fun to start to try and engage, interact, give back more to people. So, and push into that area that I've always been kind of hesitant to do, but I want to do. So there's all sorts of colors I've got here, and I'm going to have to dull some of them. So as I said, that I would be maybe doing this like for an hour. So I think that that timeline would be quite a good time for sharing and being able to. Oops, excuse me. I'm going to blame this little paint guy. This is light blue violet. So I wanted to add maybe something else in here as well. So to give it a little bit of a pop. And I really like my tulips. So where should I put this? So yeah, just adding a little color in there. Just to pop somehow. Some of this needs to be dry. My brush still got other colors in it. So it really needs it to be dry. Let's see. What else? Where else could I add something like in the background there? But yeah, so green, as I was saying. Let's get some of this green in here and get some. It's not very green. Let's do that again. You can hear that someone's decided to start doing gardening or something. I don't actually know what that is. Um, I am just now adding like hooker's green with um, let's see, I'm gonna go with this. Hooker's green with some purple and burgundy. And building in little detail. So yeah, I'm going to be doing more of these, and please subscribe so you know when that's coming up as well. And then yeah, you just be here, and I will ensure that I fix that commenting thing. That I can't understand why it's not working. Because I was able to say hi, I think, before in my test session, but typical that as soon as you start doing a live, it decides it's going to do something extra. So it's all a learning curve, so I don't mind really. But yeah, it's all layering, and you can see how much we've put on this already. I pushed it back, and then I put some of the red in, I put some of the cream in, and then I started putting all these other layers in. But the thing is, once this is all dried, you can go in and add other layers as well. So that will be fine. And that's how you just keep going and going. And it's going to be fun to take this off when it's finished. Awesome. But at least the visuals is something that we can look at. Let me go back a bit and you can see what, well, let's see. Okay, go closer. Um, Closer, and I can move it up. And you can just see a little bit of what that looks like from what it looked like before. And then I would address kind of what it's standing on. But we'll go back a little bit and have a look at it. There we go. And there, that's the full painting. It's already nothing like it started out as, but it's a bit fuller. And then I would go back in, still add in more leaves, maybe raising these up a little bit more or pushing things down and just going back and forth. And this is what my palette ended up looking like at the end of that. So it's been used, and I'll use that for something else. But yeah, I am going to go now because that lawnmower is, oh my goodness, the timing is just perfection. Just perfection. So yeah, thank you for joining me today. Stand over here a little bit. Yeah, thank you for joining me and watching me just go play with this painting, basically. But I'm hoping to do some more of these times. So yeah, please come ahead and join me with that. And as I said, there's different tools I use. If you have any questions, you can put them in the comments and subscribe, and then keep up with other things that I'm doing. I also do usually record through the week and then post like a studio vlog on a Friday as well. I'm trying to do that, trying to schedule myself. I've never done a live that has been quite like this one because I am more kind of geared up for it with all the technology that I have I'm looking at here. So I'm able to engage, to chat once I sort that out. I don't know why that's gone the other way. And then just being able to move my tripod around and everything has been great. So yeah, I will see you in the next one. And hopefully next time there isn't any gardening sessions going on. I'll see you guys later. So bye. I'm going to switch this off now. Better be careful I do not put my sleeves into this. That would not be good. So over there. And I'll see you in the next one.